All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a live. Now, I know it's been a while since I've posted up videos and everything, but this one is going to be a little bit extra special. So pretty much in this live, what we're going to do today is not only am I going to be listing, but I'm going to take you through the entire process of, start to finish of me taking the photos, measuring the items, what do I do with the descriptions, and packing the order. Now, please take into consideration that I will be engaging with you guys and answering any sort of questions you have towards myself. So with this listing process, I will be a lot slower than what I would normally be, obviously not recording, because obviously I will be engaging with you guys. Generally, I can list about one item every 3 minutes or so. But in this video, I'll obviously be a little bit slower because I'm going to be taking you through what exactly I do to get my items up on eBay. I'm just going to say hello to a few people in the chat. Dory of a Flipper, mate, how are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Samia, Meg, I hate taking measurements. Yep, well, I've got this bad boy here ready to go. I hate them as well. It's tedious, it's annoying, but I guess it's got to be done. You know, when I first started out selling on eBay, I never actually, I never measured because I saw it as just this boring, annoying task. But never did I know then that it was super important because people can do items not as described. So to have those measurements obviously is super important. Money Mental, evening, morning. Yes, mate. What time is it over there in the UK? It must be pretty late for you. How is the new diet treating you? Yeah, really good. Starting to lose a bit more weight. It's kind of weird. Like I've lost a lot of the bloating, but I'm still the same weight. It's kind of weird. Like I'm losing weight, but I'm not at the same time. Pixel Sean, mate, hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope everyone's listening today too, and your sales are coming through. So we're pretty much going to jump straight into it. You know, if you have any more, 11 p.m. That's crazy. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments. And you know, if I'm not going to answer straight away, maybe someone in the community in the comments here could do it all for us. Bum Crack Picker, mate, how are you? I always love that name. I always get excited when I see you too, when you say hi, and I don't know, there's something about that name that's just awesome. So pretty much I'm going to take you through step by step. Ultimately, the end products, I've got two here. They'll go into a bag like this. So this is something I've neatly folded, pressed. So that's how all my items look, and I'll have like a tag up here. I'll show you, just give you an idea. So we'll have like a small tag like this. This is the SKU, and that'll attach there, and I'll chuck it straight in the bin. So pretty much what will happen at the start is I've got a whole bunch of items over here. Let's see how much I can list. Amelia Jane, how do you decide on what price you put on your items? Obviously, the first thing is research. Researching is super important to get a grasp on how much you're going to be doing. Some of these items I won't know the price, so I'll actually be looking up on my phone while we're doing it, so you guys can kind of get an idea of the process that I go through to actually look up the pricing of how much I should price this item accordingly. Most of these items, though, which I have sold on a regular basis, I kind of have a grasp and an idea of how much they're actually going to be worth. So please understand that, you know, a lot of the times I'll just price the item straight away. Now, I do free shipping as well. I know a lot of you guys probably charge for shipping. I personally do free shipping just with the whole top rated thing, and you know, people love seeing that free shipping badge. I know Rake and Profit actually was talking about this in one of his recent videos. Jazz, hello. I've got to watch Aussie Thrifter's video too. Obviously, I was preparing for this live, so I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But guys, if you get time today, which I know you all should have time, go check out Aussie Thrifter's garage sale video. I will be doing that after I finish the live here. Hopefully, I'll be finished about 12 o'clock, so this is going to be quite a long one. But it'd be interesting to see how many items I can get listed up today. And if you guys are listing as well, you know, let's see how quick we can do it. Obviously, people will be quicker than me because I will be engaging with the audience. So let's just jump straight into it. There's no exact way or order I'll be doing this today. I'll pretty much just be grabbing one item. I'll be taking some measurements and then showing you guys, you know, with the whole measurements and whatnot, what I actually do. With my lighting setup as well, those of you can see here, everything that I've got is I've purchased through eBay. So the first thing I ended up purchasing when I was first starting out with reselling would be the lighting box. Now that cost me $50 on eBay. Ultimately, you just type in box light, and you'll find it on there for like $50. You could actually, I think they had best offer on when I did it, and they actually took a couple of cents off. And yeah, just paid like, I think $49.50 or something like that. That was the first thing I purchased because I realized that lighting is super important. I know in my live I'm probably quite dark, so excuse that. My laptop is very, very old. After that, I picked up the background. I think that cost just about 40-something bucks, give or take. And that was off eBay as well. So everything that I've purchased has been on eBay. So I've reinvested everything back into obviously my business, so to speak. Now it should be exciting because I have a whole lot of clothes. I hate listing clothes. I really do because it is tedious. But hopefully you guys, when you're listing as well today, we can kind of go through the struggle together, and you can kind of see the mentality that I go through. Probably halfway through this, I'm going to start losing my mind and procrastinating, and it's up to you guys to actually kick my ass into gear because it's going to suck. Welcome to my world. Just popped in to say hi. We're busy this morning, so I'm looking forward to watching the replay tonight while I'm listening. That's fantastic. So that way we can list together. That's awesome. Catherine, hi from Melbourne. Love your videos. Finally, someone from Oz. Thank you. I do appreciate that. There are many, many more Australian resellers as well. I'm not the only one. Two Aussie Thrifters is another big one. We flipping good stuff. There's so many out there. Definitely check them all out because they provide some amazing content. All right, so let's get straight into it. So the first item, we're going to throw us right in the deep end. I'm going to list these Rod and Gun pants. Now, Rod and Gun for me, and those of you who know Rod and Gun's a very, very popular brand, high-end brand. These are very basic chinos. Now, for the sake of the video, the live video here, I have left the prices on here to show you guys how much I paid. So I paid $15 for this one here. I'll turn off this light here because it's a bit bright. Sorry, $15. Now, so some of you might find this, they're pricing a little bit overpriced, and you might find it a little bit uncomfortable for you to actually purchase something at that price. That's okay. We all have our own comfort levels. But for me, I can turn this $15 pair of pants into $45, $50 free ship any day. Probably, I'll probably profit about $15. Honestly, now with the new shipping thing, because this is under like the fight, I can put this into a small satchel. I could probably profit about $20 now. So the benefits of the whole jeans and whatnot, if you can cram it into a small satchel, you could actually make some more money. That's why I'm quite excited with the Oz Pros prices, with the changes there. Wow, that's a premium price you paid. Yeah, 100%. When I first started out reselling, I wouldn't be caught dead purchasing, $15 pants. But with the experience and whatnot, and knowing, I could actually probably get a decent amount from these pants, I picked them up anyway because I'm willing to pick up any sort of profit. So the first thing I do, obviously, I lay it out flat. So I fold it up into like a small square. Those of you who have found my store will know what I'm talking about. And not only that, obviously, the first thing you've got to do is research. So before I jump the gun, I'm just going to show you something here on my phone. Now, this is something I got off Brad, who is, Two Aussie Thrifters, one of the halves of Two Aussie Thrifters, showed me this little trick here, which is something I use. So I'm just going to go list item. This is a Rod and Gun. Rod and Gun, 2 N's. My spelling is god awful. Rod and Gun men's chinos. So I always start with my listings. I'll start with what the actual item is. So a lot of mistakes I see that a lot of new resellers make is that they'll put women's, or they'll put something completely random before they put the actual item. A lot of people, when they type into eBay, they'll type in the actual item's name first, like Louis Vuitton, Rod and Gun, R&W Williams. They'll always type that in first, and then so on and so forth. So sorry, 2 seconds here. So grab the item here. So this is the first photo I always take with the item. I always have lighting issues. My photos are always dark. I think I need to need that bright light. Yeah, 100%. So this is only $50 off eBay. So, you know, if you reinvest, you know, your profits back into your business, for me, I consider this as free because it never cost me anything. Truly never cost me anything. Just having a look. Look, my mum hustling is in the house. How big is she? Oh my God. Now, the last live I did, because I wrapped this around, he asked that question, and I think it was 16.5 inches. I'm not going to measure it today because this is in regards to listing mate. We'll keep this PG rated. But the beauty thing about rod and gun a lot of the times is they'll have the tags actually near the zip lining. So this is a 42 regular, so it is a big pair of pants, but literally you just have a look, you can find any sort of information on the pants. I've typed in rod and gun men's chino. I'll type in the color, obviously beige. If I know how to spell correctly, I think that's it. Yep, that's it there. So rod and gun men's chino beige. Then you just go size, waist, and this is where I'll actually measure the item first. And the only part I'll actually measure would be the waist and the inseam. The reason why is obviously because I like to put that into the title. So I'm going to quickly measure the waist and the inseam of this item. Even though it says 42 regular here, always measure your items because you just don't know with washing and all that sort of stuff. You don't know how many times it's been washed. Does it shrink? You got to put that into consideration. G'day, guys. Pommy Picker is in the house. Now, Rod did a massive live yesterday. Absolutely sane marathon. Went until like 12 o'clock at night, which was nuts. I just found another tag here. Men's chino, regular fit. Sorry, guys. Please bear with me. Now, I generally would be flying through this already, but obviously I am talking with you guys as well, just to give you guys an idea of the process that I actually go through, regular fit, size. So now I'm going to just measure these items to give you an idea. You know, I'll be interested to see if this is actually smaller than what the tag says. Justin, hello, mate. Hope you're having a fantastic day. People receiving emails now. Just going to measure. Always measure laying flat, guys, to better your chances. Don't have any sort of things laying around that could throw off the measurements. Always measure laying flat. That is super important. I know that's common sense, but you know, when people try to do item notice describe cases and whatnot, it will better your chances if you've done the correct thing laying it flat, because if they try to, you know, move it a little and you can see it's not flat, you can use it against them. Because there are buyers out there that will pull a fast one on you. Now I measure in inches, 21, which is 42. Beauty thing about Rod and Gun Iron Williams and whatnot, their measurements are pretty spot on. So this is a 42 waist Rod and Gun pants. So waist 42. Now I'm going to measure the inseam as well. As those of you who have found my listings know that I'll put in the name, what it is. Obviously, I'll look at the tags, find out if it's regular fit, put in the color, and then I'll put in the size. So bum crack, money mental. You should have paid to have a proper poll. So I should have Rod. I think they're talking about the Rod, who's Pommy Picker, ended up doing a origami sort of challenge. I think they're still disputing about who should have won. So always measure the inseam. I wish I had a camera that I can bring across to show you guys, but that's okay. Make do with what we got. The inseam is 31. So this is a very big pair of pants. Obviously size 42, length inseam 31, designed for a very big human. I measure waist, inner leg length, outer leg length, and rise in inches and centimeters. Yeah, so Sean definitely goes the extra mile. with his listings, which covers him even further. Definitely, guys, take that into consideration. And if you would like to do that, I haven't had any troubles at all with measuring the waist, inseam, and length of the pants. And I haven't had any dramas yet. So I'm going to just stick with that process there, because 90% of the time, that's just what people measure, and that's all they are. Sometimes I do get people asking for the rise, which doesn't take me long just to go boom. Like, yes, I could do it now, but it's probably 1 out of like 30, honestly, that ask that question. So right now I've typed in the description. It's given me obviously the suggestions here. Obviously you guys probably can't see it here, but we'll go men's pants because that's what it is. Now from here, this is the tip that Two Aussie Thrifters has actually provided with me. Oh my God, the dogs next door are annoying. Is I have actually saved in the description a pre-template on my phone. So everything, when I list an item, it's all off my phone. I rarely have to go to my computer. Sometimes I do, just to double check everything over, but then it's usually just list the item straight away. It's a simple process, but it doesn't take long. So what I do, I'll go to clipboard and I'll show you guys here exactly the template that I use. Make sure I pick the right one. Yes, I have. Sweet. Awesome. So, sorry guys, please bear with me. And size, it's just I've got to delete all this. All right, that's done there. That's done there. That's great. Oh shit! I just doubled it. Oh, okay. Well, you guys heard that. All right, so I'll tell you guys what the offer was. All right, sweet. So as you can see here in the description, this is all pre-saved. I won't show you because that's actually my store name. I always have my store name up. So you've got, hopefully you guys can see it. My camera skills suck. So you got the item, waist, measurements. You've got the description is a great description. You got the shipping details. Yeah, so pretty much to do all that, I'll put the return on and say, hey, you know, I have a 30-day return policy. If the item is unwanted, so like if an item is unwanted, the buyer has to pay for postage, which is a part of eBay's, you know, a return thing, unless it was a mistake on my part where I would pay for postage. So I put that in the description to disclaim that. Shipping, I say 1 to 2 business days. But yeah, that's everything I've put there. So with the item details, with rod and gun, and that is, I will just put in rod and gun, men's chinos, rod and gun chino. Now with the sizing, obviously you put in the waist, you put in the inseam, which you've already done through the measurements. You do it now just so you don't forget later on. Waist 42, inseam 31. Now obviously I would be a lot quicker than this personally. I just got a notification that Two Aussie Thrifters has posted a video. Fantastic. So yeah, make sure you hit the bell notification, guys, because that'll let you know when, you know, people go live. Now the last thing I have to do is measure the length. So the length of the pants is obviously from top to bottom. Inseam is from the crotch to the bottom. So I'm just going to quickly measure the length of the pants, and then I'll go to the photos. Like I said before, always measure laying flat. 42. So the length of the pants is 42. So it's a 42 waist by 42 by 31. So those of you can see here now, almost leaked my store name. So you got the waist length. Inseam clothing is measured laying flat. So whenever you get someone that says this is not what the item size is, you get them to take photos of it laying flat. And a lot of the times people will pull a fast one and not show you the full photo. They won't show you from start to finish, which actually goes against them. That's delayed as. I really need to go to get around using templates and setting up my label printer and clearing out my house one day. With printers, I just use a basic Canon printer. I know a lot of you guys talk about the dynos and whatnot. I'd love to get one of those one day, but I'm obviously just reinvesting into stock at the moment. So I received a best offer of a pair of Oakley pants. Now, Oakleys, they do sell. It's just not as popular as your R.M. Williams, Levi's, and whatnot. So I'll just quickly check after I do this. I'll run through if I counter offer or whatnot. So I'll put in the description. The next thing I'm going to do here is go straight and take the photos. Now, this is obviously, this feels like it's a lot longer, but just remember, I would have done this within 3 minutes. Super, super quick, but obviously, this is a little bit of a different scenario because I'm trying to explain to everyone, my sort of process of what I do. So pretty much the first thing I do is I grab the item, I type in the details in the title, select if it's used or whatnot. Then I get the template, copy and paste the template, measure the item, and then I take photos of the item. So after the photos, I always put in the pricing, put in the shipping, and that's it. It's done. So it is super, super quick. So I always take a photo of the item lying down in a nice square. That's just my sort of thing. I know a lot of people are a little bit different. If you've got a mannequin, you can definitely use a mannequin. I just find that kind of tedious because you have to pull them off, pull them on. Where this one here, laying flat, it is quite easy and quite simple. So take a photo of the top. So that's done there. Then from here, if you haven't yet, get yourself a trouser hanger. Now you can get longer ones. I'm still trying to find longer ones. This is quite a short one, but get yourself some of these so when you hang them up, it makes life a lot easier for you guys. Don't forget to smash the like button too, guys, if you're loving this sort of live interaction sort of content, because I want to do this sort of like on a weekly basis by thinking of ideas of what I could actually do. That's the fun part. So if you like this, please smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. So I'm just going to hang these up here. Now, because they're a larger size, it is going to be a little bit more difficult. The reason why is obviously I haven't got the big trouser hanger. So as you can see here, it will flap on the side. But obviously when I hang it up, I'll do my best to lay it nice and flat. Sorry, you guys can't see my head because I'm trying to show you the whole process as well over here. So the first thing I do is I take a photo of the front. Now these pants haven't really been worn because they've still got the original crease in the middle, which is pretty good. Just shows, hang on, I'll just quickly have a chat. Desktop gives you the option to add condition and that the buyer can see on the main. Yeah, 100%. Actually, I'll show this one here. So yeah, that's definitely true. So that's why I go into desktop considering mobile. That's the only thing I type in with my items is that I'll type in great condition. Please see all photos and details for for the information. We might do a hangout tonight, Jazz. Probably not ship on air as it's distracting. Yeah, 100%. Sweet. So I'll just take a couple of the photos and I'll show you guys the sort of photos that I take for my jeans, pants, and all that sort of stuff. So you always take a photo of the front. After I take a photo of the front, I always go towards the button. So you want to take photos of all the small minor details as well. So like your buttons, your zips, inside the pants, anything like that. Usually with inside the pants, I'll take that at the end because obviously you have to take it off the hanger to open it. But I'll always take a photo of the button. And one of the side pockets, just so they can see that with the side pocket, they can kind of see the condition of, people putting their hands in. Sometimes it frays a little. After that, flip it around and take a photo of the rear. Do that, bingo. Any sort of like rubbing on the middle as well, underneath, please take a photo of. So it's, you want to be as transparent as possible to your customers. And take a photo of the Rock and Gun logo. So I've taken a photo of all the back parts. Now it's time to take a photo of the insides. So you just remove it off the hanger. Obviously, you want to take a photo of any sort of logos, you know, the tag itself, so like the washing conditions and whatnot. Yeah, cool, just checking. I'd love to hang out with you too, Drew. That'd be awesome, man. Because I don't think we have, actually. We haven't done that yet. That'd be awesome. I've been changing my photo ratio to a 1:1 on my camera now. You don't get bars on the side when on desktop. Apparently buyers like that more. I haven't noticed any difference really. Yeah, 100%. Like me taking photos off my phone, I haven't noticed any difference. A lot of the times when I go into the desktop, that's where I'll do maybe some fine tuning, some tweaking on the photos, but 95% of the time I've had no dramas personally, so I haven't really had the need to go drastic like that. I know some people are different, and you know, personal preferences matter, but usually I'm trying to list as many items as possible at a fast rate while still producing some great quality photos. But make sure you take a photo of all the tags. I'll just do this quickly. All right, done. So I'll just leave those here. I'm going to hit done and show you guys exactly the sort of photos that I take. Now, as you can see here, I've taken all the photos. A big difference in regards to the photos. So the first photo is how when you find my store, or when you have a look and it's kind of obvious. There are some where I was first starting out, obviously, and they're still up there, which I'll have to go through and edit, but that takes time. Uniform photos, that's always the front picture, so they can kind of see the logo. So see I like the color. I might go see the next photo. Then you always take a photo of the front, and then so on and so forth. When I was outside as well, so you always take the photos of what's it hasn't, like, there's a slight bit of rubbing on the inside, but it's barely noticeable. So very, very happy with those photos there. I'll just let it run here. Now the pricing. Now this is one of the fun parts besides delivery. It says start at $12.50, which is a joke. And it is, now that is accurate if you were charging shipping, but I don't charge shipping. So, sorry, my phone just bugged out for some reason. Oh, there we go. So buy it now. So what I'll do is I'll list this item at $55. Then you go into more options. Offers, I always turn offers on because if someone offers me $45, $50, I'll accept straight away. $40 I'll counter to 45, and I'll let you guys say that's probably a little greedy, but at the end of the day they'll end up taking the offer anyway for 45. So we'll both be happy campers. I get what I want, they get what they want, knowing the fact that they win. See, because the reason, my reasoning for allowing best offers is I want the buyer to feel like they've won. And if they can get some sort of slight discount, it's like people who sell cars. You know, when you go to a car yard and you ask for a discount, they take a couple of $100 off. It's nothing crazy to them, but they like to make you feel like you've won, you've gotten a deal. That is why I do best offers on, because when they offer me something like $5 off or something, I'll accept it. It makes them feel like they've won and they've got a great deal. And that's just my reasoning to why I allow best offer. Now with the delivery, here comes the fun part, and I'll explain with international post as well while I'm doing this. I always do free shipping, so I offer free postage no matter what. That's fine. I add another domestic, so I always add express posting. I always give that option as well. So I'm just going to go through express posting and do it in a large satchel or box. which is $17.30. I don't think anyone in their right mind would pay that unless they really needed it. Now, post international, this is what I do here. I select postage. From here, I go to international courier, which is $37.15 or $72.05. So I'll select that. Now, the old way for me to do international posting, the stream is stuttering. Sorry to hear that. I thought it was me stuttering. Sure, come hang out. Yeah, so sweet. Sorry, guys. Let me know if it's cleared up. Let us know, because I'm probably using my phone next to the old school laptop. This is like a 10-year-old MacBook, so I apologize. With my old international posting ways is that I would put in shipping worldwide, any country. I'll put in the measurements. Now, with the measuring of the items, let's just say pants or whatnot, the jeans might measure out to be, let's just say, 800 grams. But for the weight of the item, I would put 1.2 kilos. I'll put something just a little bit over, because if someone wants to pay for the item overseas, if they really want it, they'll pay for it. And that way I find that they pay for 1.2 kilos. It's close to 800. And I always end up making money off shipping. Or the item that they paid 45 for, after shipping and fees, I made a profit of 44. So that's how I've done international shipping there. Now I just do postage cost, and I do the international courier, which is $37.15 or $72, which will charge, that would do their shipping cost for them. So that's it there. After that, all the photos are done, description's done. Usually I'll go into the condition and I'll do item details, and I'll put in the SKU. Now, those of you who don't know what a SKU is if you're running a big eBay store, let's just say you've got multiple bins, and in those bins, on the bins, you'll have like numbers. So it's just a way of identifying what items what. So let's just say I've got a bin M on here. I will put in bin M, and then I'll put in M234 on the SKU, and then I'll put the cost of the item. So when I sell the item, one, I can go straight to the bin and pull the item out. But then two, on the SKU, it's told me how much I actually paid for that item. So then when I go to my spreadsheet, I just put in the item details, and I can put in how much I actually paid for that item. So that's everything that I put into the SKU. I'll just quickly type it in to show you guys, roughly what it looks like, and how I actually put my SKU. Let's just put M something. I won't do it just yet, and I'll put 15. So to give you guys an idea, I'll pop it here. So as you can see here, you've got bin M, and then you'll have like M and then another number. That's the number in the actual bin itself, and the cost of the item. So cost $15. So when I sell that item, I know how much I actually paid for that item, and I can put that into the spreadsheet to get an idea of how much profit I made from that item. So I'll put that there, pop that there, and that's pretty much it. That's done. I'm going to save this now, because obviously it's a little bit longer. I have to do a little bit more details with the item, so I'll save for later. And that's it. That's done. So with this offer, now let's have a look here. So now that we've done this, let's have a look at this person's offer. It does look nice on desktop, in my opinion, one by one. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes I edit my photos in the desktop. So I'm selling these pants for $47, and they've offered me $30. Okay. So that's quite low, in my own personal opinion. Like, it's $17, but I do free shipping. So I'm going to counter. Review offer. Make counter offer. I'm going to say 41. Submit offer. Now, you can actually leave a personal message if you like in your office as well. I do sometimes, and sometimes, obviously, now I'm trying to do multiple things at once. But customer service is obviously very, very important as well. So I've just sent that offer away. I've counted. So we'll just see, what happens, whether he accepts it. If not, it is what it is. So now that the pants are done, I'm just going to quickly pack those away. So I have plastic bags. You can use, like, I did purchase some cellophane ones, but they were absolute dog shit. it was bad, like really, really bad. So the plastic I actually like to use, these ones here, and you've got the Ziploc obviously here. The reason why I use these ones is obviously once I put the item in, I like to press it down and release all the air I can, and then seal it up. One, it saves space. I personally think it just looks absolutely amazing and extremely neat. So I'm just going to pop this in the bag here, and like I said before at the start of the video, then you put the SKU on top, throw it in the bin, and that's it. You wait for it to sell. It's that easy, to be honest. Sean, shout out to the Discord group. I'm loving it. Regret not jumping in earlier. I'll definitely have to have a jump on today to have a chat to everyone. Sean, if you can send me I think you messaged me. You mentioned me in a comment, mate. If you can actually send me the link via Instagram, that'd be awesome, man. I'd love to come check it out as well. Just once I've done everything here. So pretty much the time is 9:35. So this one item took 35 minutes to list. I'm not going to get a lot done today. Oh, wow. So the goal was to see how many items I can list, but obviously I was describing. Is that all right, Damo? Telling me streaming. 100% keen on starting doing a live hangout, just getting your nose done and process. Counter. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I counted straight away. We'll see what he does. So this one item took me 35 minutes to list, guys. Now, in saying that, if you're listing right now and you're watching this or whatnot, you've probably listed like 6 or 7 items. But obviously, I'm just showing you guys the sort of process it takes for me to list an item. So, obviously, I type in the description. After that, I put in the details, do the measurements, take pictures of the photos, do all the nitty gritty of how much I'm going to charge for the item and with the postage. Then I list and put it up in the box. Usually that takes about 3 minutes, but because I was explaining all that, it's taken me 35. I've got so much to do over there. It's insane. Whoops. When you squeezed the air out of the bag, it sounded like a cat. Did it? Oh, okay. I thought it would sound like a fart. Sorry, man. We had some Sally's in the Discord, and it's perfect time to jump in, come up Black Friday sales. 100%, man. Yeah, so just send us a message via Instagram, mate, of that link, and they'll come hang out and have a chat. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to list a shirt to give you guys an idea of what I'd actually, with measurements and that with shirts. The process is very, very similar with pants. So the processing-wise, the only difference it'll take is the detail, the description that I put in would be a little bit different, but the measurements will be different. So that's it. So the only difference between pants and shirts is obviously the measurements. Photos and that are all roughly the same. So there's nothing really too crazy in regards to that. So I'm going to quickly list up a shirt. I'm going to grab one of the shirts here and show you guys roughly how quick I'm going to be. So I won't talk too much. Starting from, let's just say it's 9:38. Starting now, I'm going to list up a shirt and show you guys how quick I can actually be when it comes to listing an item on eBay. So let's do this. So the shirt I grabbed here is a Scotch and Soda shirt. The Scotch and Soda shirt I paid $5 for. Those of you who don't know, Scotch and Soda is a fantastic brand. This item here, this is actually quite a nice shirt. I actually contemplated keeping this myself. Scotch and Soda men's. Men's polo shirts, green. Men's polo shirt, green. After that, the descriptions is a size large. That's it, done. So I've got this big hanger here. I learnt the trick off Rally Roots and just made it to my own little design. Always hang the shirt up front. That's the only difference between the pants. Obviously, I don't lie anything down laying flat. Now, this shirt has been worn. a decent amount, so I'll put it as good condition. It's still a great looking shirt though. Scotch and Soda is a high class brand and it does sell. So just remember that, guys, if you find Scotch and Soda, definitely pick it up. I'll show you what the logo looks like shortly. Those of you who don't know what Scotch and Soda is, pre-owned. Pre-owned. From here, I will quickly take photos of the item. Just going to try and smash this out. Oh, looks like they declined the offer, which I really don't care. $30 is a waste of my time. To be honest, I got better things to do with my life than accept your $30 offer. There. 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 Sorry guys, I know I'm not talking, but I said I wanted to list this as fast as possible to give you guys an idea of how quick I list my items. After that, take her out. I like to take a photo of the Scotch and Soda tag because it is quite nice. Now, the beauty thing about Scotch and Soda is they like to chuck things on their shirts and whatnot. So it's always good to have a shirt. Have a bit of fun. So the photos are done. Yeah, he declined the offer, by the way, guys. So, offered me let you a moderator, mate. I don't know how to do that. Sorry. So from here, option. Now, like I said, all I do is hit clipboard on my thing and select the item. There it is there. Done. So now I just clear out the old, put in the new. Large. Obviously put in the name of the shirt. So you go Scotch and Soda. Scotch and Soda. Large, and then you put in the shoulder width. So what I do is I do the shoulder width, I do the length of the shirt, the sleeve, and the chest. Now, if the sleeve is a short sleeve, what I like to do is I'll just put short. So that's the sort of description I'll put there. Shoulder width, length, sleeve, and chest. Now, the sleeve is short, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Then you do the description and whatnot, and that's it. So that's how quick and easy it can be. Like I said before, always measure it laying flat. This wasn't flat, but do the best you can. I know sometimes shirts can be quite difficult with the way they're designed and made, but the easiest way is to go from the start of the sleeve to the other end of the sleeve, which is 18 inches, which is quite standard with wide shirts for the shoulder width. Now the length, I wouldn't be surprised if it's around the 30 inch mark. Because, I don't know, that's just a standard size with the length of the shirts. 29, so it was close. 29 and the chest. Now the chest, for me, it's just armpit to armpit. That's how you measure the chest, guys, is you go from one armpit to the other, and that's it there. Stuttering a bit. I do apologize, guys, for that. It is an old laptop. Hopefully it fixes itself. Have to add mods through YouTube. Can't do it on StreamYard as far as I know. All right, I'm going to sit down here quickly, guys. I think I've got YouTube up here. Here we go. Sorry, guys, in advance. Say something. Pictures Sean. So how do you actually add the mods? I'm pretty new to this. Got to go. Money Mental Mate, have a fantastic day. I'll do it later. Sorry, guys. Have to add it. I can DM it. to a mod. So I'll have to make mods eventually. So if those of you who want to be a mod, please let us know. Shoot us a message on Instagram or whatnot, and I'll make you a mod on this just to help make it run nice and smoothly. Money Mental, hope you have a fantastic day. Night, I know you actually, it's probably nighttime over where you are, so have a good sleep, mate. And we'll definitely catch you on a live stream on Rod's, mine, or whatever. So have a good one, mate. Take care. So I'm just going to quickly do the armpit measurements. $21. So that's what I put as the chest. 21. Done. So yeah, like Drew brought up before, the only thing I do on the desktop is I put in the slide description. So when I put in like the details, I put in great condition, please see all pictures and description for details. So that then takes into the description, and then they can see the pictures and details from there, which actually covers my ass. Now this is Rod and Gun. Those of you who don't know, this is what the Rod and Gun, Scotch and Soda logo looks like. Please be on the lookout for this item here, Scotch and Soda. Scotch and Soda is a very high classy, like if you ever go into any one of their stores, they're very classy. It's, yeah, you kind of feel money everywhere. And you look at their prices are insane. The price, what I'm going to put for this shirt here, believe it or not, I'm going to price this shirt at $45. And it will sell. It will sell for $45, believe it or not. Like, this is a used shirt. It's good condition, but it will sell for $45, free ship, no dramas at all. Allow best offer, yes, because I will accept an offer of $40 that I will be happy with. 40, that's it, done there. Delivery, now this delivery, obviously I do the same. Free postage. Add an additional service. You always want to add international, because at the end of the day, they can pay for the postage. International satchel, small plus signature. What's the difference? I'll do medium, whatever, and international post, international, and same again. Hassan, what's up, legend, mate? Hope you're having a fantastic day, night, wherever you are. I know where you are, but I hope you. I don't know what time it is. That's all. Hope you're having a good time, man. Just currently going live, showing people how many items I got listed. Currently, I've listed 2 items in like 40 minutes. It's very, very slow, but obviously, I've been explaining the process of what I go through. So that's what I picked there. International Korea. That's what I picked now for my post. Select that, and that's it. It's done. And I will save this for later, obviously, because I'm not quite finished. All I do on the desktop is I go through and I put in that slight little description, make sure the photos were okay, and then I hit list. That's it. So 99% of everything that I list is done off my mobile phone. I don't have to go anywhere else to do anything else. I just fold it up nice and neatly, chuck her in a plastic bag, put her in the bin, and she's done. Tennis Talk with Can. Oh my God, it's Can himself, the absolute legend. Can, how are you, mate? Long time no see. Hope you're well. Those of you who don't know, Can is one of the OGs who started the community with Zach back in the day. He's absolutely killing it with his whole tennis talk. I actually checked out his one of his lives once. And it was awesome, man. There was so much going on. It was great to watch that sort of environment. But yeah, that's it there. So it's now been 48 minutes since I've gone live, nearly 49 minutes, and I've listed 2 items so far. Those of you can see that's the process I kind of go through with my pants and shirts. It's nothing too crazy. It's nothing exciting. It is very tedious, and I know a lot of you guys find it's hard to have motivation. That's why it's best to maybe hang out with a lot of people who do lives or listen to music. My biggest thing is I chuck on the headphones and I start listening while listening to music. That's my sort of thing to get me going, and I just find the process a lot easier. Another thing you can do too when it comes to listing clothing as well is sort them out with pants and shirts. And what you want to do is when you put your pants and shirts all in one pile, start with the shirts, because I find the shirts are the longest to actually list, takes forever. Game on couple. Hello, Dano. Just dropped in to say hello. Awesome blokes here. Great couple. Very, very supportive towards me. They've had nothing but nice things to say. Go check them out on Instagram as well. It's just Game on Couple, and go hit them a follow. Absolute legends. Thank you guys for popping in and saying hello. Tennis talk with Ken, good mate. Tennis has been insane, but now in the off season, so I go stick back to smashing Q4. That's fantastic. So yeah, it's great to see you back, man. It's been a while. Sorry, my phone just went dead. But yeah, so what you want to do, what I was talking about before, is, you know, if you put your clothing items as in like shirts, pants, and whatever else, what you want to do is you want to start off with the shirts. The reason why I start off with the shirts is obviously it takes longer to list, because the tedious task of laying it, measuring flat, where pants is super, super quick, in my own personal opinion. That way, if you get the shirts done, the pants will be done even quicker, and then you can do like your hard goods sort of stuff. That's just mine. Up to 32 items of clothing. Still 7 a.m. Let's go. So as you can see here, Beck has listed 32 to my 2. So I'm just listing and listing. That's awesome. So everyone is currently listing like 10 plus items, and I'm still on to 2 because I am chatting with everyone. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to sort out and do what I did before, is I'm going to sort out from shirts and pants, and then you watch how quick I'll be able to list all these items. Oh, and hit the like button too, guys. It actually helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Helps out with my channel, and yeah, it really does mean a lot. I know I've been AFK, but you know, this is fun. You know, I enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. So smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and let's just keep killing this together. Back to it. So yeah, I'm going to sort out shirts and pants. Done. So this is going to be so much easier now to list. So that way I can focus on one hanger only. Kathmandu is the next one I'm going to be listing as well, guys, because Kathmandu is amazing. Those of you who don't know, Kathmandu actually recently bought out Adidas or Adidas. For people who are like myself, I like to call it Adidas or Adidas if you're overseas. So it should be interesting to see what happens there. Happens with the Adidas brand. Not too sure what's going to happen. Hey, Jazz and Brad, how's the fishing gear? Oh, yeah, that's right, because Brad picked up a whole bunch of fishing stuff. That was insane, man. My little brother would go to town on your store because he spends a lot on fishing. It's nuts. And he's making pancakes. I'm looking through thrifting footage from yesterday. Listed 0 packing. Weekend sales so far. Hey mate, that's fine. You know, you're not listing anything, but you're packing sales. That's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to list this item here. I actually like this shirt. You know, the hardest thing about being someone in our industry is that, you know, you pick up items, but you always pick up items that you kind of you like yourself. So it's really hard sometimes to actually sell items because you really want to keep it. You know, if you have that problem, comment below. You know, if you've had a problem trying to sell something because you've just liked it too much, but you know it would sell for good money. Columbia bought Rip Curl as well. Yeah, it's insane. All these major brands are buying at each other. It's good for me too to get into this listing habit. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this live, is because it's accountable to me to actually get this listing habit back and forth, because I have been procrastinating again. So that way I can stay accountable. Actually, sorry, they sold to Kathmandu. What, you sorry? What, Ribco? Or crowd, come hang out tonight. No, but yeah, so it's great to have this listing habit back up. Has taken a while. Where did I put my phone, guys? Over here. But yeah, all these major companies are now starting to buy out each other. It's rather, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens to, you know, these smaller brands like Rip Curl and whatnot, what will actually happen to the actual brand themselves, whether they'll improve or what, because obviously they won't fade out. You got it wrong. It was Catherine Du who bought out Rip Curl. Yeah, that is correct. Catherine Du bought out Rip Curl. Sorry, guys, I stopped talking for a bit because I was just concentrating. Oh, that was an awful photo. Oh, I wish you guys saw that photo. That was gold. Sometimes as well, I'll turn off a light just to get the color properly. It's a little trick as well, guys. Turn off the lights. Sometimes you have to turn off one light just to get better quality photos. Sometimes the lights are too reflective of the shirt, and it can make the shirt look quite discolored. Let's put that one back on. And then take a photo. Done. Sorry, guys, I'll come back to the chat here to have a. Went to a nobody doing where rubbish, lol, asking what $50 and that's their discounted price, $50. Yeah, right. I've been giving them marching orders for back with breakfast. Be back soon. Hustle listing down here. Well, mate, this is if you're still here, this is item number 3, and we've been doing this for an hour, so I'm not liking the chances, to be honest. But hey, it's always good to have a to keep listing. We'll pop in out. Yeah, liked already though. Thanks, appreciate it, Beck. You're an absolute legend. So that's why, you know, for me, to organise it probably isn't apologise. But you know, you got to make do with what you've got, given the certain circumstances that I'm in. So we're going to do that. Having a fantastic day. If you have any questions, any sort of questions, if it's not in regards to listing, or if it's any sort of research, please put them in the comments, and I'll answer the questions for you the best of my knowledge. So it won't actually fit me. Alrighty. I haven't even eaten yet. I'll quickly do the shirt here, and we'll go from here. Kath, man, do shirts. Something basic. It's a medium, not a large. Done, and I'll put those in a little later. So what I'm going to do here, guys, obviously this is now taking absolutely forever. This is going to take me forever. I've listed 3 items in an hour. So generally with my items and the way I list, like I said before, this should take me 3 minutes to list per item. But obviously I wanted to explain to you guys my sort of process of what I do in regards to listing. So it has taken me a lot longer. So I wouldn't consider this this live stream a bit of a flop, but it was fun. So what I'm going to do here is I might actually end the live here in regards so I can continue listing as fast as I can. I currently have over 15 items there to be listed. So if you look at $3, 3 minutes per item, should easily get this all done within an hour. But I'm going to continue this here. I'll probably end up leaving the live here because I'm distracted with obviously talking with you guys, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, with my process, like I was explaining before, and I'll explain it again, I grab the item, I look at the description of the item, I type it in. After that, what I will generally do is I'll take the photo of the item, or I'll actually type in the pre-listed. So I'll show you here the description. I've already got this saved as a template. Sorry. So all this stuff here, I've already got saved as a template. I copy and paste it, type in the sizing, take a picture of the photo. Then what I'll do is I'll put in the pricing, I'll put in the shipping. In regards to international shipping, I now use the Korea one. I used to put in my own little measurements through the desktop. You can still do that, guys. That is still a thing. Generally, I put in 200 grams, maybe 300 grams more. Drew, going live tonight. If any Aussies want to come hang out, I would love to come hang out with you, mate. If I have your permission, shoot me a message on Instagram or whatnot. In regards to, like, timing and how you're going to do this, because I'd love to come and have a chat with you officially. That would be actually wonderful. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end this live video here, guys. If you like this live, please smash the like button, subscribe, and leave a bell notification. I only listed 3 items in an hour. Now, generally, this will take me 3 minutes. The process is quite easy, but as you can see here, I've got a bit to do. If you have any more questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave it in a comment down below after this live is finished, or shoot me a message on Instagram or my Facebook page. I'd love to answer any sort of your questions. We've got a lot to do. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Q4 as well. Prolific. Hi, mate. Have you noticed a weight issue bug when pricing shipping labels? No, I haven't. I personally haven't found any sort of issues in regards to the weighing or whatnot, or the pricing on the of the shipping labels. Haven't found anything like that yet. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this here. So I listed 3 items in an hour. Epic flop. Don't take that as faces. That's how many items I list per hour. It's not. Obviously this was a little different because I wanted to explain to you guys my sort of process of what I do. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone coming along and watching this sort of live video. I know it's been a very, very long, tedious one. I appreciate all your support and everyone coming in, chatting, and just socializing and hanging out. I could do this all day, but then it'd get long, boring, and tedious, and I'll probably end up not talking, which that's not what I want to do. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this sort of live video. Yeah, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment them down below or shoot me a message on Instagram. But thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. Night. I'll probably end up going live with Drew tonight. I'd love to chat with him and hang out, and we could talk other things. That would be wonderful. If not, that's absolutely cool. I'll be there watching as well. So have a good one, guys. Take care. Have a fantastic day. I'm going to leave this here because I'm hungry. Goodbye.